Crazy should not have been the title track for this comeback. I know a lot of people might agree with me on this, but honestly, the song sounded repetitive and a bit boring after a few listens. I listened to the song a few hours after it came out and it sounded good, but when I heard the B-sides, I was confused why Crazy was chosen as the title track. I guess it is a good dance track, and the choreography could start trending on TikTok if it blows up the same way other songs have from the group. But the marginal difference between Crazy and the B-side Pyro is so funny to me, because Pyro is by far the best song in that album. Nothing to really say in that part, it was just clearly the better song. But to talk about the album, we obviously need to talk about the importance of this comeback. With everything that LeSserafim have been going through over the past few months, it's obvious that they needed to show up and show out for this comeback. And do I think they did that? I'm going to be honest when I say that I don't really think that they did. I think this comeback was good, but it didn't feel that special to me. Now I know fans might feel differently about the comeback, but for me, it felt repetitive and a bit boring. And on top of that, I felt like I had already heard majority of the song in the teasers because of how repetitive it was. The main thing I was expecting in this comeback was that we were going to get some sort of performance song, a song that allowed them to showcase both their performance and singing ability. Instead, we got songs that were heavily auto-tuned or songs with basic lyrics that wouldn't require any singing whatsoever. It was definitely disappointing to see considering this was their long-awaited comeback after Coachella, and if I'm being honest, it felt like we were building up to this. From the documentary they released to the performance of 1-800 Hot and Fun before the album came out, overall, it was just a bit underwhelming to listen to. In terms of performance, however, I am glad to see that the girls are performing more confidently with microphones. But again, I'm gonna be honest here. This shouldn't be something that people are praising. Having your microphone on should be the bare minimum in a performance, but again, I do understand that you can't sing live every time because it can get exhausting. This doesn't, however, apply to their Coachella performance. The whole drama with them at Coachella was inevitable to me. I knew there was going to be a point in which people realized that the girls can't sing because I knew it from the second they debuted. I knew that the only ones that could hold a note were Chaewon and Yunjin, and that having this plan of only having these to sing and giving the less tough lines to the other three wasn't going to work out in their favor. The reason I knew this was because of how fast they were growing. Having them perform in Coachella after only 2 years of being active was bold, and it set a standard for them that they wouldn't maintain. With Aespa, people knew that even though their performance was lacking, their singing wasn't, and even though you can't compare the two groups in terms of talent, it's fair to say people expected LeSserafim to perform to a certain standard that they didn't meet. But I'm not going to get into all that since people have already torn them apart for it. But the reason why I'm bringing Coachella up is because I felt like this comeback was going to be something that could have either fueled the hate they are getting or completely shut them up. I felt like Crazy had so much potential that it felt wasted. I mean, look at the concept photos. These have got to be my favorite concept photos by far from any group. And this is topping the perfect night concept photos that I already loved. I mean, the photos were the thing that got me excited about this comeback in the first place. And I don't think the photos match the music at all. Just from the photos alone, I thought we're going to get this thriller, camp, Frankenstein's girl, last girl standing kind of comeback, which I think would have fit them still and would have also been something new to the K-pop genre. I mean, even the styling was amazing, and I usually don't particularly like the outfits that the group have. But for the Crazy comeback, the styling was amazing, easily their best styling so far. But overall, I felt like this comeback was good, but it could have been better. And I don't normally say this about comebacks that LeSserafim have, but this one, it just needed more ideas, honestly. Anyways, these are my opinions. Feel free to let me know how you feel about this comeback now that it's marinated. I wanted to wait to see performances of the songs before I made my video to see if my opinions changed, but they haven't. I'm interested to see if you guys share my thoughts or not. Feel free to let me know down in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.